Well, another episode of Jay Leno's Garage. You know, we do a lot with big cars here, but we like little cars too. You know, as a kid, I had slot cars and models, and everything now is video games. But there's something about kind of holding those toy cars and playing with them, especially wooden ones. And these are a brand new line of wooden car models. Automoblox is the name of it. Just one of those guys, you know, an American guy had an idea. Patrick Clello, am I saying that right?
Yes.
How you doing?
Pleasure.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, I used to have a set of those wooden ones, you know, the train you'd kind of hook together and pull around, and you could put M80s under them and blow them up and set them on fire, and they never broke. And the plastic ones just didn't have the same feel. These are all wood, aren't they?
They are. They're made of German beechwood.
Very cool. Now, tell me about this. Explain how you came up with this idea.
Neat. Automoblox is the reinvention of the classic wooden car.
Right.
You know, that toy you play with, I've reinvented it. I've transformed it into a mix and match construction system, modernized it, and I've created a platform where kids can explore their creativity with a back to basics, very simple play system.
Okay, now show me, let's start with this one here.
This is the company started with these 3 models.
Right.
And what I wanted to do was inspire creative thinking in kids, get them to really start thinking in 3D. And I wanted to inspire the next generation of car designers.
Right.
And very innovative thinking. So this mix and match system has a special key associated with it. So if the child, or the parent in some cases, wants to mix and match the cars, they need to remove this connector, attach it,
I see.
remove this one. It's a key puzzle system, and this is how we modify the cars.
Okay, so you could make yourself a nice stretch limo by putting this on there.
Absolutely,
right?
yeah.
Cool. Well, we dropped a piece here. And the nice thing is when they fall on the floor, they don't break.
That's right.
Yeah. And I guess they're big enough so the kid isn't going to choke to death on the thing.
That's right. And inside each of these passenger compartments, each person has a little geometric leg, so it's a little form board.
Oh, I see. Okay, well, this is very cool. Very cool.
I'm excited here to introduce our new line of hot rods. And I thought, in particular, you'd be very excited to see hot rods. Everybody looks at my toys and they say, that's a great European toy. Right. So I wanted to bring a very American style
It does seem
vehicle.
sort of European. There you are right there. Yeah, you know, I always liked the quality toys, and I think kids really understand the difference between just a toy that feels kind of cheap and one. I mean, you do know. I mean, when I was a kid, I had some wooden toys that I still have to this day, and they're all chipped and nicked, but I don't know.
Patina,
I held on to them. Yeah, patina. Exactly, patina. I held on to them because they felt like quality toys, like trains. I have some Lionel trains that I still have. That, you know, even as a child, and I didn't understand, and I kind of beat them up a little bit, I knew that they were better than the plastic ones that came out later. You know, you had the wheels move like this, you know. And
you bring up a great point, because I don't need to tell a child this is an expensive, high-quality toy. They can feel it, the way it snaps and clicks, the way the tires spin. I worked with GE Plastics to come up with a special material so I could have the right lubricant properties in my axles. We use the highest quality polycarbonate, so the cars are unbreakable. You can smash them like this. Not going to shatter or break. So this is the toy that gets put on the child's dresser when they're done playing.
Right.
Not thrown in the toy box.
Right,
When they're done playing with it, they grow out of it maybe, goes on their dresser, gets passed on.
And you know, there's just something about the feel of wood that I really like. You know, it just feels different it feels organic, not like plastic.
No doubt.
Very nice, very nicely done. Well, show us how, boy, you have a lot of variations here. Look at this trailer one here.
This has a mechanical latch, but you know, you can really give it a good go. And what's neat is the floor of my trailer is a solid piece of wood, not a sticker.
Yeah, that's nice.
So this attention to detail, I think, I know parents and car enthusiasts like you and me appreciate.
And what kind of wood is it?
Beechwood.
Beechwood, okay.
Import from Eastern Europe, Germany.
Okay, very nice.
As well.
Yeah.
One thing cool too is it would have been very easy for me to injection mold this frame red, but I've gone ahead and painted it red for better finish.
Yeah.
All the silver wheels have base coat, clear coat on them.
It does seem like a toy you could hand down. You know, I mean, when I was about 9 years old, my dad gave me a harmonica, a very expensive one in a box, and I thought, this is kind of cool. This would be one of those things you hold on to for 50 years. And you know, I found it in my drawer the other day, and I still have it in the box because it was just different than the cheap plastic harmonicas most kids had. It was metal, and it had a reed in it, and it was heavy, and I'd play it. I was never any good at it, but I just kept it because it felt like quality. You know, and that's the cool thing.
We created a lifelong memory for you.
Yeah,
I hope we can do that as well.
Yeah, very, very cool. Very cool.
I will feel like I accomplished my goal when a designer at an auto show says, you know, when I was a child, I had Automoblox, and that's why I got interested in cars and design.
Well, you probably have to wait a while.
A couple years,
yeah. You got a few more
Just
years.
A few years,
so that's
hopefully we can make it.
That's a long. Come back when you're 70, and we'll see how that worked out. But these are the different models here. Where can they find these?
The hot rods are available exclusively on Automoblox.com. Hot rods and the trailers, and they are for sale in specialty toy stores around the country.
Yeah, this seems like the stuff Hemmicker, Schlemmicker, whatever those kind of upscale stores, Brooks or those kind of places would have. But very, very cool. Nicely done. What is that? A 327 Chevy? Is that? Trying to figure out what motor you have there. You got to get a Hemi. You got to get a Hemi motor.
We can make a special. We'd love to make a special at Jay Leno's Garage.
But it's fun because the kids can really. You can make this thing 10 feet long if you wanted.
Nice little feature too is the tires are actually real rubber.
Oh, the tires are real rubber.
Feel like on your toothbrush.
Yeah.
So when the car rides in the ground, it feels nice.
I mean, just learn the different shapes and what goes where. Very, it's very clever. It's very clever. As much as I like video games and all that stuff, there is something about touching and feeling and putting something together.
The intention was to appeal to a more sophisticated sense in the child.
Where's the this goes here.
Yeah. So each keyed connector has a universal side.
I may not be old enough for this. This is for some of the older kids I see. And then that goes on there like that. Very cool. And look, see, you've got one that's twice as long. Are you an artist by trade?
I'm an industrial designer.
Okay, yeah, because there is just a nice sense of design to these. Even the box with the colors and the way it's put together.
It's our .com box, so any consumer who buys a product on Automoblox.com gets that keepsake
And what
box.
do they sell for?
The prices range from $36 for a standard one.
Right.
The hot rods are for around $50.
Right.
And the trailer is $120.
And you know something? This is a great gift for some of us older kids. You don't have to be a little kid. You can, have this on your desk at work or something. You don't have to be 8 years old. You can be 60s. Okay, too. Well, very cool. Well, Patrick, thank you very, very much. As you can see, and just nicely done. All well thought out. Even the box is worth saving. Very cool.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.
Appreciate the opportunity.